We're back to Seattle at the restaurant Marmite, where they're serving up unique and floral ingredients with their French cuisine.
It's really delicious, it's local, and it's fresh.
Very intimate, quaint, but also very sophisticated.
I lived in Paris for 3 years, and this takes me right back.
Owner and chef Bruce Naftaly believes that sauces and broths are the heart and soul of the restaurant.
We have a giant vintage 40-gallon steam kettle to make stock in, a giant Marmite. It's sort of the heart of the restaurant. We make the stocks in there that become the soups and sauces, the flavors the restaurant's famous for.
Chef Naftaly is inspired to use flowers in his cooking and experiments with their different flavors and appearances.
You know, things like bachelor buttons and violas and even calendulas, pansies, they look gorgeous, but they don't really add anything to the dish besides appearance. Nasturtiums and roses and lavender and bee balm. I mean, they have very assertive flavors.
Today we're highlighting edible flowers in 2 dishes, a rose-flavored radish soup and a sautéed trout with nasturtium and gooseberries. We begin our rose and radish soup by chopping onions, shallots, and leeks and putting them in a pot.
So these are just going to cook over low heat until they are relaxed and translucent.
Then we cut radishes into quarters. Once the vegetables become translucent, we add the radishes to the pot and prepare our rose petals.
Yeah.
So good.
If you simmer them in honey and then strain them out, you can get rose petal infused honey. I make a real dynamite pork sauce, and that's really good when it's sweetened with rose infused honey.
Yum.
Next, we put our rose petals in the pot and add chicken stock.
Then we're going to raise the heat to bring it to a boil. Then we're going to turn it down and simmer it until the radishes are tender.
About 10 to 15 minutes later, Chef Naftaly purees the soup, adds salt, and whisks it together. Finally, we add rose petals to the top and taste it.
Yeah, that's
That
good.
is good. It's not an overpowering rosiness at all. There's
a good blend of flavors.
yes.
And it tastes like a cream soup, but there's no cream in it.
Then we start to make our trout dish using nasturtium and gooseberries.
Now that is a sweet, peppery, assertive flavor.
that's delicious.
It's yummy. So I found that if you take nasturtium seeds and pickle them,
Then you have the
get like
caper
a
flavor.
giant, beautiful caper.
Nice.
And if you're brave, you can eat that. So I'll eat
I don't know
one.
if I'm brave. It's
Spicy.
Woohoo!
And now it's time for the gooseberries.
A gooseberry is this wonderful,
Strange looking.
strange-looking they look like little watermelons, kind of. We're going to cook the gooseberries and nasturtiums in butter.
After they cook down, Chef Naftaly strains the mix through a food mill.
Away we go.
Oh, look at that color that's coming through now. Whoa.
Next, in a separate pot, we reduce fish stock and cream down to a sauce, then add the gooseberry and nasturtium puree.
And the last thing you do is salt to taste. That's there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Finally, we pour our yummy sauce over sautéed trout and garnish the dish with nasturtiums, gooseberries, and bee balm.
And have you served something like this here at Marmite?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? So what do people say when they get a dish like this?
They come in and they leave believers.
Awesome. Look at how beautiful that is. Does anyone ever say it looks too pretty to eat?
Yes.
Yeah. But you're like, just try it.
Look,
Trust
eat
me.
it.
Oh my gosh. It's a party in my mouth.
Oh.
Yes.
And it's just a little bit of sweetness in the gooseberry too.
So in my household, we would call this a table pounder. That's where you go. That's good.
Thank you.
To get both of these recipes from Marmite, visit our website at wagrown.com.